You wouldn't bat an eye for a laptop that has Windows, 16 GB of RAM, an AMD chipset, or 512 GB of storage. But what if I told you all of this comes in a tiny package like this? This is the Asus ROG Ally, and this is a mini gaming PC. Asus has priced this at Rs 70,000, which is basically the territory of entry-level gaming laptops. So is it really worth it? Let's find out. Let's get to the design. Now, in typical handheld fashion, the Ally is pretty compact and the weight is just over 600 grams. And I've been carrying it for the last 10 days in my backpack. I hardly felt the bulk. If you've ever used a Steam Deck before, this design is very familiar. You have these joysticks, the D-pad, these buttons, the triggers, and even buttons over here. But what is commendable is that Asus has managed to give us almost console-like quality with these buttons and joystick. Coming to the star of this device, the display. What we have here is a 120Hz panel with 1080p resolution. It's pretty bright for even outdoor spaces, but I would prefer using it indoors. Now, these specifications for a display on a mini gaming PC or a handheld is quite unheard of, and we'll have to commend Asus for doing that. Now, assisting the display are these speakers, which are pretty loud for an indoor setting, but you would definitely need a headphone for a noisy place like an airport. Now, on to the part that you have been waiting for, the performance. Asus ROG Ally is not made for leisure gaming. Of course, you can do it, but honestly, it won't be doing any justice to it because this is made for AAA titles, and that's what I've played on these. I played games like the Halo Infinite, Doom Eternal, Mortal Kombat 11, Forza Horizon 5, and I must say the device managed to keep up with the performance throughout, but there were occasional jitters and frame drops, which were pretty manageable in my opinion. And mind it, I played all these games with ray tracing on, and on an average I managed to get around 50 to 70 FPS for these AAA titles. What bugged me the most is the loading times for some of the games. It was unusually long. Windows doesn't seem to be optimized well enough for the Ally. In my opinion, the optimization can be much better, and it currently doesn't do justice to the hardware. Now, coming to another important aspect, the battery. Now, the Asus ROG Ally struggles to get past the 2-hour mark, but that was for the AAA titles that demand a lot of firepower. If you'd like, you can opt for the silent mode to extend the battery life considerably. And the Ally comes with a normal traditional looking 65-watt charger, which can get it up to around 50% in an hour. Now, should you buy the Asus ROG Ally? Honestly, I'm pretty happy with it. Once you start gaming on it, it's really hard to keep it down. But Asus needs to push harder for optimization, because that's what will lead to a trusty community around the Ally, which is pretty critical for its survival. If you liked our video, please like, share and subscribe, and stay tuned to Tech Today.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.